Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 to bring another COH2 a replay. This one is brought to you by Insecticide. Thank you so much, Insecticide, for submitting your replay. We also have Broker with him tag teaming this 2v2 duo match. We have, oh god, Epiphone, Epiphone, and Kaprutari. God damn it. Why can't they ever have pronounceable names? Anyway, double check their ranking. Yeah, Axis have superiority in played time, but that, again, rank doesn't matter in this game with at least the star system. Yes, you could say Greyshot. There's another ranking system. I don't care. Again, you can't see it in this game, so I can't judge a person. The only thing I can do is click on this and be like, oh, look, they're private. Oh, thanks, Steam. Thank you. Because, you know, I would like to click on this and actually see it, you know, their game time and everything, but no, we can't see it because, well, Relic's like, not Relic, sorry, the Relic had nothing to do with it. Pretty much goddamn Steam's like, no, everything is private now, which also sucks because now I can't see game time, which sucks, and Steam Spy is also now not available, which sucks because like I like that source. Because it's like, it tells you when something's doing well and like when to support other things. Like, I'm glad when I looked on there and I saw Doki Doki Literature Club and it had like millions of downloads. I'm like, yes. Because goddamn, that game deserved it. And then when I see other games like goddamn Call of Duty, when it doesn't get as many, you know, doesn't get as many sales as I want to, I'm like, yes. But then also, the nice thing is at least other services are still active. So yeah, unfortunately we can't see now games, playtime and whatnot. But the nice thing is you can still see other things. For example, I think Steam Charts is still active, so we can see the amount of users. So you can still check Lawbreakers and see how many people are playing. Fun fact, it's less than a teenager's age. But in any case, oh my god, that poor unit got demolished by the Stern Pioneers, which again, very good close range. Just annihilated. MG though on standby. And, well, of course, we have Brokers, Engineer Squad also on standby. We have Volk Squads. We have actually a light infantry. We're on the Moscow outskirts, and this map is quite large. It's hard to fortify, which is hilarious that, also, we'll just say, phone, because, goddamn. So, phone, wind fortification doctrine, and this can be okay. It's still very difficult to fortify. I mean, I guess you could try to place bunkers, but you have to be very careful. Because with such a large map, it can be hard to move your force over to help counter. So an enemy could attack that location and pretty much knock out that bunker before you have time to react. Which is what I did in a game I actually just played. A lot of this guy had his forces in mid, so I just sent my T-34 round, killed his fuel cache, killed a couple bunkers, and pretty much pushed back some mortars before he was able to send any armor to really counter. So you have that type of scenario where it's just like, especially on TV2, this map is just so large that you really have to have more mobile army. So unfortunately, MG's support weapons, unless done in mass, don't have a tendency to work all that well. So let's see on the left, it actually looks like the American forces are doing better than the Soviet. Soviet looks like our Brokers being pushed back. Insecticide's doing better. Unfortunately, he has guys out in the open, so yeah, they're definitely taking more casualties, but at least we'll be able to kill some of Puritari's forces. Ka Puritari? We'll just say Ka. So Ka, again, not doing too bad either. He at least has a full army, and he's trying to hold this point. And with the push on the right with Epiphone, looks like they're going to not only keep that fuel, but most likely grab both stars. So that's going to start the clock ticking in the Axis favor against the Allies. Also, sorry, I'm still recovering from... Actually, I have no idea what I'm recovering from. I think it possibly was food poisoning from food I ate earlier in the week. But it's like, literally, I couldn't keep food down. And then my throat started going. And then I had trouble with my, just like, breathing. Well, not breathing. Yeah, through my nose. It's just all clogged up. I'm fine. I don't need a goddamn gas mask. But, yeah, I just had that issue going on. MG stopping one infantry squad on one side, but unfortunately can't stop the other. And unfortunately, the Volk squad is just going to burn him alive. So he's going to try with multiple MGs, support weapons. It doesn't look like that's going to work. Urban Defense, I wouldn't recommend because it's so massive that it will be hard, especially using the buildings. There isn't as many buildings. You can easily destroy them because they're very weak. Shock Rifle could be okay. I mean, it's your good all around. Guard Rifle could also be pretty good, especially if you're using a lot of conscripts. He's using support weaponry, though. So maybe, yeah, he actually does want to go with that, because that way you get to play guard troops and just skip over conscripts in general. Just have the guards be your frontline forces. We'll see how that goes. Very surprised that COD doesn't send any forces on the left. You figure he would at least send something, but alas, he's just not. Anyway, so it looks like these Volk squads, pretty much in general, being pushed back by the overwhelming infantry. We have a lieutenant being deployed, so I'm assuming a utility car, MG50 Cow is next up. If I had to guess, or maybe even the AA half-track, the thing I would probably get, honestly, is utility car. And this may seem like a weird option, but it has multiple purposes. Good against AT with the bazooka team inside, good against supporting infantry advances, great mine placement, good for dropping smoke. It's not used because again because it is weaker, but it has so many different purposes that you can use it for such a wide variety. For this early game, it's such a wide portion of the map. It could also be good for capping territory. So that's what I would recommend. He's probably going to go with the AA half track just to help counteract. But my fear is the fact that Iver Kenmorfer, who is next up, which, no, it actually looks like it's support guns next up.
Heavy machine gun group are ready for action.
At least I think it is. Hold on. I can't tell. Oh, there it goes. I was like, I knew eventually it would pop over. I was wondering why I was stuck on the other. But yeah, he's getting a support gun, so he's really having not a lot of AT. He could Panzerfaust, but unfortunately, I don't think he has enough munitions to really do a mass Panzerfaust against heavy armor, or really against light or any armor in general. Insecticide is playing a 50 cal machine gun. Weird, because you figure this is 280 in deploy. I mean, it's 260, so I guess it's cheaper, and they would have it to the front. So, but they have to reman it with guys on the front. It doesn't come with infantry. There aren't small men in a box that are there. Although, to be fair, I'm so happy. And look, as much I will say this. Michael Ironside, the live action film actor, may not have a ton of roles that people know him by that are just like, yes, he's not an amazing actor in that regard. But what I will say about him though is he has a great vocal presence, and if anyone grew up watching like Superman the Animated Series or Justice League or anything, goddamn, he nailed the role as Darkseid and a lot of other voice acting roles. He definitely had weirder roles. I'm not saying that, but I can also say the same thing about Mark Hamill as well. Because, what was it? There was like, for him being in, what was it, Metalocalypse? No. It was some metal movie that had like, it was a sequel to another one in the 80s. He played the main villain, and that was just, again, great voice presence, but it was weird. And then Mark Hamill was in another one where it was like an adult kind of like superhero tale. Well, one of the only things I remember is the guy who played, or the girl who played Rugrats, the voice actor was a girl in there. And that was weird. It was also, had a lot of nudity in it. And Mark Hamill's character was like a guy with like a cape that could do like psychic powers, like twist people. Like, I think he had a karate guy and he got upset, so he twisted his leg. I forget the name of it. But I know both those movies did not do well, so it's like, ugh. As a kid who grew up watching anything animated, I tried to find a ton of stuff, and, well, guess what? You find that. Unfortunately, why are you not Panzerfausting? Oh, wait. I don't know. You should automatically be in range. Yeah, at that point, I'm just like, give up. You're losing way too many men. But anyway, my whole rant on that is he also played goddamn Sam Fisher in the Splinter Cell games, and then in Blacklist they changed it. And I'm not saying the Blacklist actor was bad. He just was so painfully average that compared to Michael Ironside's gruff voice, it just, well, there wasn't that much there. Like, and honestly, I think a lot of voice actors, especially over time, they get a little bit more nuance with how they say and just how they discuss, like, talk. For example, Chris Sabat is goddamn, like, in anything anime. If he has time to actually, in the writings there, he could just nail any role he's in. Like, for example, goddamn, like, Armstrong in Fullmetal Alchemist to goddamn All Might in the new My Hero Academia series that came out in the last few years. He's just amazing in it. But then he's also in a bunch of other classic anime, and you can go search those up because I'm not going to keep. But anyway, Mark Ironside, they got back for Splinter Cell, and just like he has in Wildlands. Apparently, they have a free weekend as well to highlight the Splinter Cell like bonus mission. But goddamn, it's just okay. First off, why are you charging this thing? I don't understand. Unfortunately, it doesn't have enough munitions, really, mass Panzerfaust to kill you. So that's a good thing. God damn, I'm just watching his T-70 just wreck. And it's the most hilarious thing, because he's just going around, just causing all the havoc, and this guy can't deal with it. Don't know why you're also charging a bunch of MGs at a bunker. But just hearing Michael Ironside back as Sam Fisher, and just listen to him, it even does a reference line where he's talking about goddamn Solid Snake from, at least I believe it's Solid Snake, from Metal Gear, and he's just like, yeah, it's like, I'm, you know, part of the old crew. And he talks about a guy from the goddamn Army Infiltration with a bandana, and he's like, oh no, that guy retired. And he's like, oh, I'm the last one left. And to be fair, like, out of just like old like stealth action games, yeah, he's one of the like last remaining stealth action protagonists alive. And I'm just, if they, and most likely at E3 they're gonna announce a new Splinter Cell game, and hopefully they also show off Iron Harvest, which again, Kickstarter's going off right now, and a bunch of other games, so I'm very excited about that. Finally, after all of that, my entire goddamn thing, you finally killed that T-70. But anyway, I'm very excited for it, because I like Splinter Cell. I would also agree with that. It's just like, really? Really? Took you that fucking long to kill a T-70? Dude, get over Canwerfer. Hell, where's your... Okay, where's this base go? Oh, that's an interesting location. Okay, so you're versing a Soviet, right? Uh-huh. With an Su-85 that can fire long range. Oh. Yeah, oh. This thing is okay, because regarding the munitions point, but very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. You're going to need to defend that with everything you have. Very surprised rifleman, which, by the way, hold on. Can you see that? You can see that, and yet you're not shooting. Okay. 50 cal machine gun, hold back bulk squads. You guys have this entire area. Love how the fact you have a fighting position over here. He could easily flank, but if he just goes to capture the point, he's automatically just going to get suppressed, which is great. It's just a laziness that's just going to keep that point from not being capped, and I guarantee that point will not be capped for quite some time. Another fortification doctrine, which is kind of interesting, because once again, you're trying to fortify in such a large open map. It's going to be way more difficult. Fire grenade going off, but unfortunately was able to retreat from the incendiary. Back on the right, we have Epiphone pretty much holding back the enemy. Nice artillery, close range. Once again, a lot of support weaponry. And looks like the artillery did exactly what I needed to do, push back the bulk squad, which was in a weird position. Why didn't you retreat that in the first place? I don't know, because you're being suppressed. Anyway, it looks like the Maxim, which, by the way, yeah, the Germans stole, is suppressing this other Maxim, which is weird because this one's, you know, less veteran, but whatever. They're both in negative cover, so I'm not going to say anything. I guess he's just trying to suppress this one, and fortunately they focus on the real target. Half-track's moving on up, but alas, just not going to do enough. Again, I feel like Epiphone needs a lot more AT, but most likely with this building deployed, he's going to be able to get himself a Panzer IV and just wreck this guy. Yes, he has an AT gun, but he has nothing else. The Panzer IV could easily go around and knock it out. This would easily be a case where you can just knock out the enemy very quickly and just win the game. Like I said, I feel like if our Canwerfer is needed, and so far I'm surprised I haven't seen any. Meanwhile, on the left, we have Volk squads on standby, but Insecticide has locked this area down, has his own AT gun, along with more than enough infantry to hold things back. Also, goddamn, I'm sorry, not to keep talking about this. Speaking about Metal Gear, saw the sales of Metal Gear Survive, aka the, like, we need to get into like what Ark Survival Evolved and DayZ and all that, like a couple of years late. Because I feel like Ark and what else is there? Shoot, I'm trying to think of like, goddamn, there's like a shark game where you could do that. There's like the Forest, I think. Like those types of games, I think were popular a couple years back, but in a Minecraft-esque, just distinct. And you have like Pixar coming out now, but that's really aimed for little kids. Nice artillery, by the way, with the Su-76. And slowly getting a fighting force with some new guards troops, so finally we're getting a frontline. And like I said, he went with guards rifle because, again, he's using this as frontline troops. But yeah, it's just like, I don't think people want a survival game right now. In 2018, I don't think a big budget survival game is really appropriate. I feel like Battle Royale is kind of where people are going toward. Again, I could be very wrong in that. Again, but at least sales-wise, Metal Gear Survive flopped hard. And I'm kind of glad, because from what I saw in reviews and just people playing it, that game was not well received at all. Fallschirmjäger is tearing down infantry very nice. Easily can tear down support weaponry. We still have the 50 cal, which can easily hold them back. But if they kind of spread their force out, they should be fine. One thing I will note, though, is that a lot of their specials over here are air power. So if the Axis do get AA, or at least use the Panzer headquarters effectively, they can shoot it down and be a huge havoc. Why on earth you are deploying Fallschirmjägers here is beyond me. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to flank. But alas, they're literally jumping down and coming down and are unable to shoot. So they took, what, half damage before they were able to fire a shot. And yeah, it caused the 50 cal the retreat, but there's really not much stopping the Allies from just holding that spot. They're just going to hold. On the flip side, Epiphone is slowly pushing this guy back. But once again, I am with the question of where the fuck is your Verkenwerfer? Because really, you would destroy all these guys. Really? I think you can say, oh, he's getting a Panzer IV. Yeah, but the Su-76 changes that because this is a tank destroyer. You know what tank destroyers suck at? AT. I like how these support guns are doing like more anti-armor components than goddamn than what a Verkenwerfer would be doing. It's like, this is what you're doing. You're having support guns open fire. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Also, it's maximum, so no arm-piercing rounds, which sucks. Same thing over here. But again, look at the support guns. They're opening fire, and they're actually hurting the freaking Su-76, not 85. It is 76. We have a Cervix strike coming in, so that's a lot of, well, damage that will be done via planes. Good job tearing apart those support guns. Su-76, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Nice job, finally got a Panzer Shrek with that Stern Pioneer Squad and easily neutralized it. And yeah, this guy has just MG spamming, which is beyond me, because support guns will easily, you know, destroy them. They just need some frontline troops and it should be fine. But as much as Epiphone is demolishing the right, and by the way, he has no 18 now, really on that side, so Panzer IV would easily wreck him. The nice thing is Broker is at least keeping him congested, so Epiphone is, while beating Broker, at least being, you know, kept in that small little corridor. Meanwhile, you have Insecticide in mid, and what he's doing is actually really smart. Look how much territory he has. He has both munitions, which is seriously helping them out in terms of just getting them a lot more airstrikes available, placing mines, specials, you name it. Keeping the enemy from getting those precious resources, and most importantly, just keeping contained in like his back base, which is smart. Overall, though, it looks like Insecticide may unfortunately have to push left because Broker just got smashed, and if Epiphone kind of does a hard left, or in their case, right flank for the Axis into Insecticide's line, that could seriously cause him to be pushed back. But we'll see how things go. We do have a Jackson, which should easily hold back that Panzer IV unless supported. So far, again, Epiphone has more than enough forces that could support it. Let's just see how he does. And so far, he's been pretty good. So I'm assuming he's going to do pretty well. But again, times could change. I'm sorry, I look to my left and I see my cat, so adorable, like laying on her side with her head upside down looking at me, and it's just so adorable. Just so adorable. If you're wondering, that's what helps me when things get just a teeny bit just tedious in these games. Just look over, my cat gives me a smile, and I just go back to doing my replays. Because goddamn, I've done hundreds of these. I'm sorry. Sometimes, again, it's like I know what happens. For example, Panja Headquarters, gonna easily push this damn thing back. Major charge, and I will say this, at least you're getting your guys vetted up. Unfortunately, though, just while you're trying to push mid, it is hilarious how there's been no attempt on right. Another Sternvik strike coming down, and it should at least hold back the plane, hold back the infantry for a time. Oh, there's the plane. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there goes the plane, I should say. They're focusing on AA. So those Sternvik planes might get shot down soon. Oh, God. Look at the bank on that one. Is that plane going to crash? I'm waiting for the plane to crash. I really want the plane to crash. I'm just following it. It's being hit by AA. It can crash any moment now. I just missed the plane crash, didn't I? Oh, crash back here. No casualties, it looks like, in terms of infantry or in the area. Always love it when a plane hits something. Favorite and most, like, goddamn rage-inducing moment is when a plane crashed into my IS-2 and killed it. Like, it was, like, I was just so mad. Because that's what I needed to hold back the enemy, and it died, and the enemy just curb stomped me. It's like, god damn it. The IS-2 would have curb stomped him, but no. Why the fuck did you drop that smoke? Kai, you literally just saved all these men in this Panzer IV. The fuck? Wait, was it that Jackson? Well, that Jackson was pretty far away. And the Panzer IV is not retreating. Hey, I think you're gonna need the Panzerschreck more so than the support guns. Just saying. I would be amazed if the support guns actually did a ton of damage to that Jackson, but hey, we'll see. God damn, those things are doing work against the Su-76 and the half-track, so like I said, we shall see. But once again, also find it kind of weird how this guy isn't advancing with his forces to capture this point. You figure he would, and once again, you figure it's surprising that there hasn't been any like pushes on the right. We do have a Volk squad coming in, so maybe they're trying something, but I don't know. Rear echelon should be defeated, but that being said, if they can at least suppress the infantry, no, they're not going to be able to. Before they cross the, from negative cover, oh wow, okay. Just jumping right in and be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, you're not going to stop us. They'll at least grab that point. Fallschirmjäger's dropping the smoke, which can hurt infantry, kind of like a white phosphorus. It's okay, not amazing, but again, it'll do some damage. Also obscure sight, but it's mainly for just like hurting infantry more so. Volk squad's unfortunately just not going to be able to really take this point. Kind of a waste of a fire, and you really need those munitions, so I really wouldn't have used that. To have a ton of fuel though, and judging by how you have all the buildings, I'm expecting a King Tiger. And that King Tiger can literally deploy in the next minute. So we have a KV-1. Good against absorbing damage, but not great at dealing it. The Jackson and the P-47s are their best shot at holding back a King. But that King could literally just wreck them constantly. Speaking about being wrecked, yeah, Kai is just... Or... Yeah, he's just being pushed back pretty hard. Just, again, it's just a lot of artillery currently coming in, just hurting it. At least slowly but surely. Let's see, where's that thing? Oh, there's a mortar carriage. Just getting some nice shots here and there. And again, people were like, oh, the mortar carriage is easy to kill. Yeah, but it has such a good arc and such a good long-range hit targeting that you can just keep having that thing fire over and over again. And it does do quite a bit against infantry as well. Funny how you're having this thing fight the Volk squad at negative cover. Like, you figure you'd move it to the tractor, that's heavy cover. But alas, you did push it back. Oh my god, that, you know, that guy right behind is so goddamn lucky. Once again, watch The Quiet Place. Or A Quiet Place. Highly recommend it. At least for just like a different viewing atmosphere, if that makes sense. Not to spoil it, but literally when you walk in the film, just the opening scenes, it makes you watch the film differently, which is something that I can say that a lot of films don't do. And it's just like, oh, this is a good popcorn experience. Well, no, this is a good film entertaining experience. So, you know, kind of enjoying that. Anyway, speaking of which, Lieutenant and Rear Echelon somehow holding off against the Fallschirmjäger and the Volk Squad. Rear Echelon dodging the bundle grenade, which is weird how they fight through it at the Rear Echelon, not the Lieutenant, which is definitely the thing hurting them. We have a Stormvic strike coming in, pushing them back. We have a King Tiger now pushing on right. Yeah, maybe have infantry support. Actually, it looks like, unfortunately, he lost the Fallschirmjäger squad. Right now, though, advantage is still on Axis with the OKW, but we'll see how things go. Hold on. You can activate AA? I think you should activate AA. I feel like it's weird you're not activating AA. Did the other guy activate AA? No, the other guy didn't activate AA either. King Tiger's like, yeah, I'm killing it. He did get his men out before, so at least he saved the crew. But alas, the vehicle itself got blown up. So, hey, positive note, at least you have men to heal, but not much else. Fallen to 200 points, eh? So that means the Allies are going to win, right? Well, no. I'm assuming they're going to use that King really effectively and push. We also have a Jagdpanzer and a Panzer IV and a artillery piece to open fire. So I'm assuming Broker's just going to continually be pushed back, and that's going to be the hard part. As unfortunately, Broker's just not a good player. From what I see right now, his tactics are kind of just very weird. And again, he has artillery coming down, but he's not moving away. Okay, there we go. He's finally moving. Wow. Oh, lucky shot. There goes the building. Whoops. Half track on left for some damn reason, even though I love how the Wehrmacht literally, sorry, OKW just literally took all the Soviet like weaponry, like the MGs, the goddamn AT gun, like all of it's Soviet, all of it now taken. It's now his. All better for it. Anyway, King Tiger pushing on up. Oh god, yes, thank you. Have Verkenwerfer on standby. Have something guarding the King Tiger in case the tank destroyer comes along. Anyway, Jackson on standby, trying to find a good target. And will he be able to do that? We'll see. Again, in this scenario, they don't have really a marked target. The best thing to do is those P-47s. Really just hold the enemy back. We have a... Yep, he drops a recon and drops smoke. So most likely the infantry can rush on up in case he's worried about a MG or something kind of blocking it. Rear Echelon going to try to use the smoke. Not Rear Echelon, sorry. The vehicle crew to hold that point, but unfortunately they're just not in a good scenario. Luckily the double Jackson is more than enough to push back the King Tiger. If only just a little bit, but it's enough to where if they send infantry and stuff, the Volk squad's by itself. And it looks like he's going to pull back from the Stormvic strike coming in, which is, funny enough, focusing more on the MG than the infantry that they really wanted to hit. Which is kind of funny in my opinion. Also, I'm very surprised this guy hasn't used P-47s, or he hasn't increased like his combat effectiveness of his infantry by giving them bars or bazookas. You figure he would try that, but I don't know. We'll see. He's right now the only thing I can say about the technical side is you're not using a lot of munitions, and that's one thing I would say. It could be like maybe you could use it. I'm not saying it's bad not to use it. I'm just saying it could be more effective. Plane crash, unfortunately, looks like with artillery as well. There goes the building. KB-1 pushing on up with the Panzer IV and Jag. Seem to be holding back the KB-1, but the Jacksons coming in are really tipping the scale because they're actually penetrating and hurting these things. KB-1's just the damage soaker, while the Jacksons are the damage dealer. It's like Dragon Ball Super, where it's like I honestly thought that Ultra Instinct, like Goku's was going to be passive defense, Vegeta's going to be passive offense. I think I guess a more a explained version was done by Kaiser of Team 4-Star, explaining like what he thought it would be. And when I was kind of thinking the same idea, maybe not perfect, but I was kind of thinking just how Goku was dodging attacks. It would definitely be more him being very maneuverable, while Vegeta is going to be the one that's going to like gain the offensive capabilities. But no, that didn't happen. Instead, we got Super Blue. And it's like, god damn it. I don't even know what you call it. Like Blue 2? God damn. Anyway, moving on from anime, we now have 2 howitzers. Double the trouble, but we'll see if it's going to be as effective. Now, with this map, he should be able to, hold on. Yeah, he should be able to artillery this. Like, think about the artillery hitting the Soviet base. He could literally wreck his entire army right now. This is one of the few scenarios where, goddamn, you have the means, use it. And you can say Greyshot doesn't do that much against the base. Yeah, but goddamn, Brooker is not the greatest, and I think it would take him some time to realize that, you know, his stuff was being murdered. And also, with how low a lot of that stuff is, you could easily kill it. And how bunched up they are, too. But no, instead we have the artillery kind of focusing, taking out a few things on the left, actually hurting a lot of the infantry, which is good. Getting up the vet too, which is great because that just increased the shells. Trying to repair the Jackson, get that operational. But right now it's all quiet. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because not much is happening. Katusha opening fire, kind of hitting the artillery piece, but once again the medic is right there. Oh, never mind, they decrewed it. They could easily recrew it. Come on. Oh my god, nice howitzer. That's what I mean by hitting the base. Hitting the KV as well. Man, already up the vet too. Beautiful hit on that infantry. That's what I was talking about. Just overall, not all that much against buildings, but it doesn't need to. Does just enough. One more shot right there. Come on. Give me one more shot right there. One more shot here. I don't know why you're firing back here, but you should be firing over here. Oh, that's great. Looks like we had some type of capture over here real quick. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that lasted very long. The Allies very quickly got it back. Fortunately, the Axis are pushing on up, though. Where did your MGs go? Okay, you're pushing them all right. Why? The one MG is like holding it back. I know there's 3 of them, but just maybe get a... Hold on. I was going to say get a half track or something. Or just call in Zerg artillery. All the artillery will come down and just murder him. Oh, Jesus Christ. And he's still there in sight. Yeah, Zerg artillery is going to murder you. Say goodbye. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I don't know what this Brooker guy is doing. Oh, boy. What's your rank? Okay, so you've definitely played this game for quite some time. And like I said, I wish I could see you. But again, for the Steam privacy thing, everything's... I can't see it. Thanks, Facebook, aka Cambridge. I guess Cambridge Analytica is like the main reason for it. And to be fair, I understand like privacy. But it also does help like to know certain like basic stuff about like playtime. Like I don't think it's that much privacy to know how much. Okay, maybe I take that back. Maybe it would kind of spoil things to know how many hours. Like if someone saw my hours on goddamn CH2, I'm sure like my dating life would just drop because they'd be like, "You spent how many hours on that video game?" Oh my god. Like it would just careen. Like, man, you're a gigantic nerd. But then, of course, that may be a positive for some. They'll be like, oh, you played Civ for 2,000 hours. Well, that's interesting. I think by this point I played CH... Oh, I can see right now. I played Company of Heroes 2 for 2,300 hours. Jesus Christ. Well, just put a giant N on my face and call me a nerd. Because, goddamn, I maybe spent too much time in this game. P-47 pushing back the Tiger. And instantly getting shot down next to the Tiger. Will the other one do the exact same thing? Oh no, it careened a little, just ahead of the Tiger. Good job with the AA, and again, nice thinking with the half track. Because again, it's just make sure you have enough like competent AA, so that you can shoot down those planes. So that way, once again, this thing has shot down 5 planes already. So that way you can just neutralize the Sternvik strikes and now the P-47s. Unfortunately, it looks like he's used enough of that where his munitions have decreased dramatically. But that being said, it's not that hard to recapture this point. It looks like he should be able to easily move up. And then slowly but surely, he should be able to recoup his losses. That being said, it looks like Insect decided to lose quite a bit of men over the time being. And Broker has lost a lot as well. And Epiphone and Ka should be able to push up. The problem is, though, is the Jacksons. I feel like that's, like, right now the hardest point. Fallschmakers, Vet 5, Volk Squad's Vet 5, but goddamn. Those Jacksons. If they can at least keep holding back the armor, and as long as these guys are very slow to advance, like, they should honestly be able to capture these points. But no, they're going to be very calm and cool and collective with slowly pushing up, which should give the Allies some time because, goddamn, they're already really close to winning it just over points-wise. Also, again, fighting position. It's been 37 freaking minutes and this thing is still here. You could send one armored unit to go take it and kill it. Same thing with the one back here. Just kill it and go around the back and just go around. But no, of course, they don't want to do that because reasons. And it's like, well, Greyshot, they have no way of knowing where they are. Yeah, they can literally drop smoke like right here and just have the plane fly forward. You can see where all the fighting positions are, and then it marks it on the map for you. It's not that difficult. Like, again, it's like, if you're Germans and you're like here, it's like, okay, fly, see it here, here. Or for the Allies, you can make, okay, there's that, you have the one position over here. Where is it? Yeah, right here, where it's the Panzer headquarters. All their artillery's coming down, which are hampering the Allies in their attempt to try to capture mid. Fallschirmjägers also have deployed there, and goddamn, that's gonna be annoying. Nice bundle grenade, by the way, killing that unit. We have more AA, and there goes one plane. Crashed in the back. Second one, maybe it'll manage to turn around and then crash somewhere. I'm assuming it's going to... Yep, there it goes. And we're now up to, what, 7 kills? And it's gone up to Vet 4. Jesus Christ. Well, it increases range. So that's going to help kill more planes. Panther on standby. You have the double Jackson still, just hanging out. And look, the Axis are actually going to be able to capture both munitions, which would be pretty bad for the Allies if that happens. Panther and King Tiger are going to push back that Sherman. I'm assuming Jacksons are probably going to come around and try to pull them back. Yep, here they come. We have, well, we had a Cervic strike, but that was no longer going to be the case. A couple Soviet troops trying to capture mid, but they're just going to be pushed back by the King. Jackson now moving on up. We have some American riflemen on the left, supported by the Sherman with explosive rounds. She wanted to push back that Volk squad. So nice job on that front. But now they're running down the clock for the Allies. So it's going to take some time, especially on 2. And it would definitely be better if they push left for 3. But hey, at least it's slowly going down. So that's good. Sherman, again, using explosive rounds. But that hill, that small little hill, just kind of blocked the shot. Unfortunately, King Tiger is tall enough to, like, it's going to go over the hill. Just instantly knocks it out with the Panther double shotting the Sherman and easily pushing that thing back. Jacksons, though, are easily pushing back the Panther. Again, having the ability to pen. Definitely works. Definitely works. Fortunately, it looks like a lot of Volk squads in center. Oh, nope. They got pulled back. Okay, so we only have 1 recruit Volk squad versus an American rifleman. That 2. At this point, I think P-47s you shouldn't use anymore. After so many planes being shot down, I feel like at this point, it's like any planes would be a bad idea unless you knock out that half track. Just point that out. Like, again, I can see why it's like P-47 is very effective. Like, you're not wrong, but it's just not going to do what you think it's going to do if you just can't even hit it. Now, the artillery is kind of focusing on left, and I kind of get that. They're kind of just hitting this general area, just trying to hold them back. Stuka smoke reconnaissance coming in. Again, that I'm assuming is more of just a recon pass. But once again, I feel like maybe kind of having one of the artillery pieces just generally hitting this guy's base would probably get a free kill or 2. So there's that. Sure, you have a better accuracy and a smaller like radius of effect if you actually go closer to where the artillery piece is. So like again, the shorter the range, the more accurate it's going to be. But that being said, I feel like if you hit that base, you're pretty much guaranteed to hit something. So whether it is the main base or a unit or an armored vehicle, it'll at least annoy them. Meanwhile, the Axis easily have twice the army of the Allies. So once again, I'm very curious to see how the Allies are going to maybe turn the tide. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if a person sent me a game in which they lost with the second side, but I'm very curious to see like what's his comeback, like what's his main goal, because he's playing competently, but right now the problem is Broker. Broker is just slowly but surely killing him. Like, I'm being 100% honest, he is slowly killing this poor player. And it's sad because again, I feel like Insecticide is doing everything he can. He's just slowly being whittled down by just 2 large armies. And every advantage they thought he had is unfortunately just being countered by the OKW. So, we'll see. Also, kind of surprised that they haven't put down more, like, munition caches or fuel caches or something. They figured they would do that, try to, you know, get the resource advantage. Once again, trying to go for this point. Possibly, hold on. I want to make sure. You have the grenade, right? Okay, you do. So, a smoke grenade probably would have been helpful. Wait, no, I'm sorry. You don't have smoke anymore. You need a rear echelon for smoke. Right. Sure, guys, let's move up the MG. I'm sure that's a great idea. And then Half-Track's like opening fire. The MG's like, I'll fight the Half-Track. And Half-Track's like, no. No, you're not. Just go away. I'm going to kill you now. So Panther and Tiger on standby. Just holding back armor. Jackson's, again, if they can get recon, would be very good at knocking that stuff out. Do they have anything that would provide recon along sight? Maybe Pathfinders? You can tell them to not fire, and they can kind of see that stuff, and you got your range. Oh, Jesus. That kind of blocked my screen a little bit. We have a major flank going on. Oh, God. We have a KV-1 with 2 half-tracks following suit, and another KV. Oh, this is going to end badly. I guarantee you this is going to end badly. Why? Because they said 1 Panther over, and I think the KVs will be fine. But that being said, it is a major assault force, so they are trying something different. And this is maybe exactly what they need. So Brooker launches this unconventional armored assault. They do have an AT gun as well, so they can at least try to hold back a Panther or King Tiger. Even though the KV-1s will have a hard time penetrating, the AT gun will at least help level the playing field a little bit by just having more shots. That being said, Panther just coming in on the flank. Missing the shot. Now they're all grouped up. I feel like artillery could be coming down this position any moment now. KVs just can't penetrate it. He does guard troops there, so it will do something. And oh, there we go. That was a lucky shot by the KV to pen. That Panther's like, I should be winning, but the AT gun's actually the thing that's really helping them out, because the KV-1s have pretty much blocked most of their shots. The nice thing is, though, is the KV-1 is its effectiveness against infantry. Right now, that Panzer Strike is going to not do a ton of damage, reversing all that armor. And while they can keep moving up forces with a lot of AT components, it's mostly infantry, and the KVs can take it. Along with the half-tracks kind of just, like, curb stomping them. What he really needs to do is send in kind of like a big armor force to kind of overwhelm them. Panther on standby, half-track up to Vet 5 with 11 kills. Only 8 planes. Well, let's see if we can make it 9. Yep, we made it 9. But that's pretty freaking effective to have a half-track that high. Meanwhile, unfortunately, it looks like Insecticide has lost well, quite a bit. He can get his Jacksons back pretty easily. And his riflemen are all vetted, which is nice. But looks like unfortunately we had some artillery hitting this sector. So it looks like they know who's the bigger threat, and they're trying to neutralize that. Artillery seems to be focused on them, at least that's what I think. Yeah, it's focused here. They're just having the artillery open fire. Which, it's free to open fire. They could easily do that. But, whatever. We also have a big blob over here, which would be great for artillery. Hell, a Panzerwerfer. I don't care. Just something that can do a lot of damage in a short range. You could say zeroing artillery, they just don't have the munitions for it. But right now, I will say that the Axes do have a ton of excess manpower and fuel. So, I can see that biting the Allies long range, because they don't have those reserves. They have fuel, yes, but not manpower. So it's going to take a while to get a new tank. Well, the Axis can easily just pop another one out. Meanwhile, it looks like they're double teaming, trying to push back Broker's KV offensive, I would say. It looks like they're going to do just that. Even with all the weapons they have over here, they're just not really aiming all that right. There we go. Finally, AT guns all change direction to hit that thing. They do kill a KV, but it looks like the Panther might be able to escape. Oh, very lucky. But may just pull it out. And again, if they can call an artillery here, and it looks like they're doing exactly that, they can do a lot of damage and just tear a lot of this stuff up. Nice hit, hurting the half-track. They are still kind of grouped up a little bit, so it'll take a little bit. And it looks like they're doing actually quite a bit of damage. The reason why he's not adding a main gun this, we can reinforce, most likely. Let's see, this one is not firing. Probably because of firing. And a lot of these half-tracks are very close to dying. He's going to try to reinforce, and also one thing is like, hey, you have a mechanized building, maybe use it. Just point that out, like get the upgrades, you can actually heal a lot quicker. But alas, you don't have that. Right now, this force is also very unconventional, because once again, it doesn't have a lot of frontline forces to it. It has one guards troops. But my assumption would be artillery is going to come in this sector once again and just start doing a lot of damage. Also, support gun hit, I think, just hit this thing and almost killed it. Nice artillery hit, doing a lot of damage, reversing a lot of that stuff. Yeah, support gun doing a ton of damage and actually goes for the kill. Unfortunately, I just saw Epiphone just doesn't have a lot of frontline men. Very surprised he doesn't have that. Oh no, you just wasted a Stern Pioneer squad by putting it in. Why would you do that? Wait for the area to be cleared, then get inside. Well, looks like say goodbye to all those AT guns. And Panther's coming in, so say goodbye to the half-track, and then no, you don't want to hit the half-track? Just saying, it would definitely help. At least stop the Stuka recon planes from being neutralized. There we go, finally. So insecticide pushing up the Jacksons. Unfortunately, it looks like that Kai is, or Ka, like Ra, is just holding it mid for the time being. With that half-track there up at 5, it's going to be very annoying to deal with due to its range. So Brooker just lost his entire army on the left, and I'm going to say that's pretty much GG. Like, that's how I would put it. Because there's really, if this guy's smart, there's no way he's going to hold this point. Because again, the half-track will just stop that. They laid down mines. They're pushing up. They got the rear echelon, I assume. Nice bundle grenade for the Fallschirmjägers. They're going to try to push up again. They have the left under their control, and they're slowly setting a small force to grab that point. They have artillery hitting this guy's base. He has a KV-1, but it's not all that effective. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Brooker, I'm sorry, you're just not a good player. Wow, okay, plane almost crashed into King Tiger, which would be hilarious. Plane also crashes off map, wonderful. But I'm just not seeing how the Axis are really gonna be able to. Let me rephrase that. I don't see how the Allies are just gonna lose. Counteract this. It just doesn't seem likely. They're very close to winning, but unless they can hold down the star, in a long-term engagement, I think the Axis are going to win this. We'll see. Right now, that King Tiger is being pushed back. We have a Jackson pushing on the left, along with the Panzer headquarters building, which will still do a ton of damage. King Tiger getting a beautiful shot on the Jackson, neutralizing it. Unfortunately, that's one of their saving graces, now down the drain, so yeah. And they still both have King Tigers. Let's not forget about the King Tigers. So right now they're trying to take that point. Headquarters is going to suppress them. KV-1 moving on up, but we still have the King Tiger, which, yes, it's a heavy tank, so it will, some shots will bounce, but the KV-1 will more likely bounce off the King than the King bouncing off the KV-1. Because at least the King Tiger has a main gun that is more than capable of penetrating that KV-1's armor. You have smoke coming in, most likely try to help out, block sight so they can move up infantry, which is exactly the case. They're going to move up their forces. We'll see if they can retake that point. Once again, this has not been touched almost the entire game. It's like you send one unit over here, you could take this point and end the game. Like, I'm being 100% honest, you could. You could honestly push right. But the one pop, and because right now the Axis are slowly getting this point back. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Pull back that half track because he's focusing fire. I think he might get it. Nope. Change direction and a fall back. Very nice indeed. Possibly some Panzerfaust? No, he doesn't. Oh, never mind. He just used it. Love that guy just staying there. Just unable to move. Just kind of floating there. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm cool. Okay, he has to use support gun to capture this point. So that's the one unfortunate thing about Epiphone is he just doesn't have frontline men. which is astounding because he has 1,300 manpower, so you think he'll be able to afford it. Artillery is now, I'm assuming, just hitting their bases, which is actually doing a lot. He's very close to losing this base. Once again, he's getting another KV-1, which is fine, but a KV-1 needs to be tag teamed with some type of tank destroyer to be truly effective. KV-1 can deal with the infantry and the support weaponry. You just need the tank destroyer to deal with medium and heavy armor, because the KV can take the hits, it just can't dish it. So, you can fight a Panzer IV, and as long as all the shots connect, it should win. But you have to fight a Panther, and it's like kicks and butt. There goes to Jackson, and once again they have an army that's now like just like around a third of the size of the Axis. So yeah, they're gonna need to do something a little bit different. But I feel like it's gonna be them just trying to capture the point. All right, they drop smoke. They're decapping it. They decrewed it. You have Zerg artillery coming down, kind of stopping them. KV-1 just moving around, just killing random support weaponry lying around. We also have a Sherman that's met up with the King Tiger. King Tiger's like, hey, what's up? KV-1 trying to help, but alas, I don't think it's going to work. Fast forward just a little bit because, yeah, right now there's more than enough AT to push that thing back. Panther moving on up, trying to go for the kill, I would make the assumption. Unfortunately, giving chase, you're going to have a hard time. He did just blitz, and we have a P-47, no, Serving Strike coming in, which will pretty much do very little, if nothing whatsoever, that's just present. Also, Brooker currently has no army to speak of, so congratulations. You lost the KV, and you have no army, which leaves Insecticide pretty much the last guy left that can really change the tide of this battle, and I just don't see that happening. It's going to be a close game, but I feel like the Axis are going to win this. Again, if they could just capture one additional point, they would be fine, but the Axis just have both points under their control so effectively that it's going to be nearly impossible for them to do it unless they get some lucky kills, like killing the Fallschirmjäger, or maybe the enemy moves their position away from left so they can kind of just take that. But hey, that's just me. That's what I would do anyway. AT gun on standby. Smoke going out for the Major, which is actually a good idea, so you can push up and take that point. Oh god. Well, that's not good. You lost the ambulance. Ah, poor man. Just having that artillery just hit your base. It sucks, but it goddamn doesn't do a lot, especially if you vet up the artillery. Just over time, I should say. So they're trying desperately to push for mid. Sherman, I'm assuming explosive rounds. Yes, you do. Very nice. Hurt the infantry. Now, unfortunately, with explosive rounds, they switch armor piercing to deal with armor because of their, well, thick hide. But if they can capture this point, P-47 coming in, getting a beautiful shot. Another great shot with the AT guns on standby. Oh, good. You finally remanned those AT guns. Glad that's working out. Alright, so with that, if they can at least hold this point, the Allies might be able to win, even though they have an army that's so much smaller. So much smaller than the Axis. We shall see. Once again, Axis never came over here. Like, almost never. You can see this being hit by something, but it looks like artillery more so.
Crowds are taking one of our points.
Fallschirmjäger trying to hold point. Just unfortunately meeting a cruel fate. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Also, it's a dead body lodged between his legs, so, you know, just take that. King Tiger moving around, just hurting the Sherman. That being said, with 1 minute remaining, and once again, easily an army that's twice, if not close to 3 times the size of the Allies, they're going to win. Now, oh, wait, they're going to decap it. Oh, can they decap it? Get troops in there. Oh, you're holding. Or grenade. Fallschirmjäger trying. They're just sacrificing men because that's all they need to do. And even though they literally lost a good chunk of their army, they won the game. Again, bravo. Axis, for shame. Once again, Nothing ever happened over there. Just astounded. Simply astounded. But, you know, that's game. Damage, Insecticide did most along with kills, although Broker was close on kills, not so much on damage. Again, Insecticide, I'm going to assume that was the Jacksons really pulling the legwork. Let's see. No artillery did 9,000, or close to it anyway. 6 vehicles destroyed, assuming that includes support weaponry. And then, I love how it's, wait. Oh yeah, there's the maximum. Like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. There we go. Jackson got nearly 30,000 damage. Very good job on that front. And yeah, that did it. And then we have Kai, which is at about 52,000. Epiphone's like 62,000. Slightly beat on Insecticide for most damage in the game. And so many kills. So many goddamn kills. I'm actually curious to see what got the most kills. I'm going to assume it was maybe the artillery, but we'll see. Artillery, 68 kills. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. But in any case, guys, what can you take from this game? Always check your flanks and always check every available option on the map. Because, again, sometimes that can be the difference between making out a game that was close on the winning side and then losing that. So, just putting it out there. Make sure, of course, you do recon, check your areas. And if there's a weak point, like nothing there capturing the point, just go capture the point. Because, again, that's better than nothing. But again, guys, that's game. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see you all next time.
Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Joey, Ace, Lobo, Leo, Nick, and Tim. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. You guys rock and help me do what I do. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.